Toyota just killed a legend. They've retired the bulletproof V6 engine and replaced it with a complex turbocharged hybrid system called the I-Force Max. Many purists are calling it a fatal mistake, claiming that a small engine with batteries can't survive the brutal life of a truck. But is Toyota actually gambling with its reputation, or is this the smartest move they've ever made? Let's dissect the engineering truth. Welcome back to Auto Revline. To understand the new Tacoma, we have to look past the badge and into the numbers. The I-Force Max delivers 326 horsepower and a massive 465 pound-feet of torque. The secret lies in the pancake electric motor sandwiched between the engine and the 8-speed transmission. While a standard turbocharger needs time to spool up, creating a frustrating lag, this electric assist fills that void instantly. It's the difference between waiting for power and having it at the tip of your toes the second you hit the trail. Toyota isn't just giving you more power, they are giving you usable power where it matters most, at the bottom of the rev range. To put that in perspective, that's a 75% increase in torque over the old V6. But here's the engineering. Why? Toyota isn't just chasing big numbers, they are chasing torque fill. Turbochargers usually take a second to breathe, but the electric motor kicks in instantly. It provides that low-end grunt you need for towing and crawling through rocks. The pro? Unrivaled acceleration. The risk? Complexity. You now have a turbocharger, an electric motor, and a battery pack working in unison. It's a masterpiece, but it's a lot of components to manage over 200,000 miles. Before we move on to the frame and chassis that make this truck a beast, if you're finding this deep dive useful, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, let's talk about the backbone of this machine. Reliability isn't just about what's under the hood. It's about the backbone. The 2026 Tacoma sits on the TNGA-F platform. This isn't just about different shapes. It's about the chemistry of the steel itself. By using laser blank welding and ultra-high-strength materials, Toyota created a platform that resists twisting, even under the stress of heavy towing. And for the first time, we see the death of the leaf spring in the higher trims. The move to a multi-link rear coil suspension means the Tacoma finally stops shuddering over potholes. It's a complete transformation from a bouncy work truck to a refined off-road weapon that stays composed on the highway. This isn't a small truck frame. It's the same high-strength steel architecture used in the massive Tundra and Sequoia. Toyota moved away from the old open-rail frame to a fully boxed frame. This drastically increases rigidity. Why does this matter? Because a stiffer frame means the suspension can do its job better, without the body flexing. The insight? Toyota over-engineered the chassis to handle the immense torque. It's essentially a Godzilla-strength frame in a medium-sized body. It's built to be abused. Inside, Toyota is introducing tech we've never seen. Take the ISO Dynamic Performance seats. These aren't just seats, they have their own air-over-oil shock absorbers. The goal? To keep your head and neck stable while the truck is hammering through trails at 60 miles per hour. Think of these seats as a secondary suspension system, specifically for the human body. By isolating your spine from the violent lateral movements of the truck, Toyota is tackling driver fatigue. It means you can hammer through a washboard trail for 3 hours and still feel fresh when you reach the campsite. Then there's the 2400-watt onboard power supply. Toyota wants the Tacoma to be your mobile command center. Whether you're at a construction site or a remote campsite, you have enough juice to run a microwave or power tools. As for that 2400-watt onboard power supply, It's effectively a built-in generator, eliminating the need to carry heavy portable power stations that take up valuable space in your truck bed. This isn't just a truck anymore, it's a multi-tool on wheels. But we promised you the honest truth. What are the downsides? First, complexity. More tech means higher repair costs once the warranty expires. Replacing a hybrid battery or a turbocharger in year 10 isn't going to be cheap. We have to be realistic. More moving parts means more potential failure points as the odometer climbs toward that 150,000-mile mark. You're looking at a cooling system that now has to manage both a turbocharged engine and a hybrid inverter. Then there's the price. A fully loaded TRD Pro or Trail Hunter is now pushing $65,000. That is a lot of money for a mid-size pickup. However, the data shows that Tacoma owners don't just buy a truck, they buy an insurance policy. The resale value of a Tacoma is legendary. However, the Toyota tax exists for a reason. Buyers are willing to pay a premium on the used market because they trust this engineering more than a basic powertrain from a rival. You're not just paying for a truck, you're paying for the peace of mind that it will still be worth $50,000 5 years from now. You might pay more upfront, but you'll lose far less to depreciation. It's a calculated investment, but it's one that requires you to trust Toyota's new age engineering. So, let's bring it all together. What really makes the 2026 Tacoma the new benchmark? It comes down to 3 things. First, the grunt. We've moved past the old, screaming V6. Now, you have a hybrid monster that gives you 465 pound-feet of torque, exactly when you need it. Second, the bone. By using the massive TNG AF platform, Toyota has given this medium truck the soul of a heavy-duty beast. It's stiffer, stronger, and built to be abused. And third, the utility. Between the isodynamic seats and the 2400-watt power supply, this isn't just a vehicle anymore. It's a high-tech tool for the modern explorer. It's the perfect marriage of old-school Toyota toughness and new-age Silicon Valley tech. So, is the I-Force Max actually reliable? Engineering-wise, the foundation is rock solid. Toyota has 25 years of hybrid experience and a chassis built for a truck twice its size. If you want the most advanced truck in the world right now, this is it. But if you're a V6 purist who hates computers, you might want to hold on to your old keys just a little longer. What's your take? Is the torque worth the complexity? Let's settle this in the comments. I'll see you in the next analysis.